Hi, hello, namaste. Welcome to our channel Quant Quicker. Today we will continue the topic where we left out from our earlier session. Okay, so without wasting much time, let's get into our topic. Rhombus. So what is a rhombus? In a quadrilateral, if all sides are equal, then it is called a rhombus. Okay, that means in a parallelogram, if all sides are equal, then it is called a rhombus. Okay, so here AB equal to BC equal CD equal to DA. Okay, so let's take side of a rhombus is A, then perimeter of rhombus will be equal to 4 into A. Okay, perimeter of rhombus equal to 4 into A, and let's say AC and BD are the two diagonals. Okay, so area of rhombus equal to, let's say this length is some D1 and this length is some D2. So area of rhombus equal to half into D1 into D2, half into D1 into D2. Okay, half into product of the two diagonals. Okay, and then in a rhombus, the diagonals bisect each other perpendicularly. Because all sides are equal. Okay, so this is a isosceles triangle. Okay, in an isosceles triangle, and these two are bisect each other. The diagonals bisect each other. Because it is a parallelogram. Okay, it is parallelogram. So what are the properties we have discussed in parallelogram? Also applicable to rhombus. So in rhombus, the diagonals bisect each other. Okay, and this is a isosceles triangle. In isosceles triangle, median, perpendicular bisector, altitude, all are same. So hence it is 90 degrees. Okay, so in a rhombus, the diagonals bisect each other perpendicularly. Okay, and also the diagonals bisect the vertex angles. Okay, the diagonals bisect the vertex angle. That means these two angles are equal, and these two angles are equal, and these two angles are equal, and these two angles are equal. Okay, the diagonals bisect the vertex angle. Okay, because these two are congruent triangles. Hence this angle both are equal. Okay, this angle both are equal. Okay, the diagonals bisect the vertex angles. Okay, next, in a rhombus, if you join midpoints of all the sides, let's say A, B, C, D is a rhombus. Okay, this is the midpoint of CD, this is the midpoint of BC. Okay, and this is the midpoint of AD. If the midpoints of all the sides are joined, then the figure formed is rectangle. Okay, rectangle. That means D, let us say this is E, F, G, H. E, F, G, H is a rectangle. Okay, because here this angle is 90 degrees, hence this angle will be 90 degrees. This angle will be 90 degrees. This is 90, this is 90. And these two sides are equal. Okay, so if the opposite sides are equal and each angle is 90 degrees, then it is a rectangle. So EFGH is a rectangle. Okay, so in a rhombus, if the midpoints are joined, then the figure formed is a rectangle. Okay, here in rhombus, the diagonals are perpendicular to each other but not equal. Okay, the diagonals are perpendicular to each other but not equal. Here, let's say A, B, C and D. Here AC is not equal to BD, but AC is perpendicular to BD. That means in a parallelogram, if the diagonals are perpendicular, then it is a rhombus. In a parallelogram, if the diagonals are equal, then it is a rectangle. Okay, that is the difference. Okay, next one, square. So what is a square? in a parallelogram, if all sides are equal, okay, and each angle is 90 degrees, each angle is 90 degrees, then it is called a square. Okay, if all sides are equal and each angle is 90 degrees, then it is called a square. So in a square, diagonals are equal and the diagonals bisect perpendicularly. The diagonals bisect perpendicularly. Okay, these two diagonals bisect perpendicularly, and the diagonals bisect the vertex angle. That means this angle, this angle, and this angle, this angle. Okay, this angle, this angle, and this angle, this angle, all are equal. Okay, and if let us say the side of a square is A, then perimeter of square equal to 4 into A, because all sides are equal. Perimeter means sum of all sides, 4 into A, and area of square equal to A square. Area of square equal to A square. So if this is A, this will be A, then diagonal will be diagonal of the square equal to square root of A square plus A square, because it is a right angle triangle. Square root of A square plus A square, that equal to A root 2. A root 2. So area of square can be written as, in terms of diagonal, diagonal by root 2 whole square. Diagonal square by 2. Okay, diagonal square by 2. Okay, diagonal by A equal to diagonal by root 2. So area equal to A square, diagonal square by 2. Okay, and in a square, if the midpoints are joined, let us take this is A, B, C, and D. Okay, if the midpoints are joined, this is the midpoint, then we have formed a figure. Let us say this is E, F, G, H. Then the figure formed is square only. Okay, if the midpoints of the sides of the square is joined, then the figure formed is a square. Okay, because all sides are equal, diagonals bisect perpendicular to each other. Okay, hence it is a square. Okay, next one, if a square is inscribed in a circle, if a square is inscribed in a circle, A, B, C, D. Okay, then diameter of circle equal to diameter of circle is equal to diagonal of square. That means this is the diameter. Okay, let us say if this is A and this is A, then diameter equal to A root 2. A root 2. This is the diameter. Okay, this is the diagonal and this is the diameter. Okay, diagonal of square equal to diameter of the circle. Okay, and if a circle is inscribed in a square, let us say this is circle. Okay, if a circle is inscribed in a square, then diameter of the circle equal to side of the square. That's A, B, C, and D. Okay, then diameter equal to, this is the diameter, so diameter equal to side of the square, that equal to, let us say this is A, equal to A, side of the square. Diameter, if a circle is inscribed in a square, then diameter of the circle equal to side of the square. Okay, so these are the types of parallelogram. Okay, next type of quadrilateral is trapezium. Okay, so what is a trapezium? In a quadrilateral, if one set of opposite sides are parallel, then it is called trapezium. Okay, in a quadrilateral, if one set of opposite sides are parallel, then it is called a trapezium. A, B, and CD. Okay, here AB is parallel to CD. Okay, these two sides are parallel. Okay, hence it is a trapezium. In a quadrilateral, if one set of sides are parallel, then it is called a trapezium. In a trapezium, if the midpoint of non-parallel sides are joined, if the midpoints of non-parallels are joined, then let us say this is EF. If the midpoints of non-parallel sides are joined, then length of EF equal to half into sum of other two sides. Okay, AB plus CD. Okay, sum of parallel sides, half into sum of AB plus CD. Okay, so here this side both are equal. Okay, non-parallel, if the non-parallel sides are equal, then the diagonals will also be equal, because this angle both are equal. Okay, this is the transversal, this angle and this angle both are equal. Hence here AC equal to BD. Okay, in a trapezium, if the non-parallel sides are equal, then the diagonals also equal. And in a trapezium, okay, so if a line is joined, if the non-parallel sides are joined, okay, and it divides the ratio in the ratio m:n ratio. Okay, it divides the side in the ratio m:n, then length of EF equal to m into AB plus n into CD by m plus n. If for example, let us say this length is 6 centimeters and this length is 3 centimeters. Okay, and EF divides this line in the ratio some 2:3 ratio. Okay, then length of EF equal to 2 into 6 plus 3 into 3 by 2 plus 3, 5. Okay, so 12 plus 9, 21 by 5. Next one, in a trapezium, if the midpoints of the sides are joined, let's say A, B, C, D is a trapezium. Okay, if the midpoints of the sides are joined, midpoints means this is the midpoint of AB, this is the midpoint of BC, and this is the midpoint of CD, and this is the midpoint of DA. So if all these are joined, then we have 4 similar triangles. Okay, the figure formed will have 4 similar triangles. That means this triangle, this triangle, this triangle, and this triangle all are similar. Okay, 4 similar triangles will be formed. 4 similar triangles will be formed. So this triangle, this triangle, this triangle, all are similar triangles. Next one special type of quadrilateral, that is kite. Okay, one special type of figure. Okay, so how the kite looks like. Okay, this is the kite, A, B, C and D. Okay, the kite looks like this. In a kite, one set of opposite sides are parallel. Okay, that means AD equal to CD and AB equal to BC. This length both are equal, and this length both are equal. Okay, here AD equal to CD and AB equal to BC. Okay, and the longer diagonal bisects the shorter diagonal. That means this length and this length both are equal. The longer diagonal bisects the shorter diagonal perpendicularly. Okay, the longer diagonal bisects the shorter diagonal perpendicular. That means let us say this is AO equal to OC. Okay, this is the kite. So area of kite equal to half into product of diagonals. Let us say D1 and D2 are the diagonals. This is D1 and this is D2. Half into product of diagonals, half into D1 into D2. So this is kite. Okay, so let us summarize all the properties what we have discussed so far in a table. Okay, so first property, parallelogram, rectangle, rhombus, square. Okay, so first property, opposite sides are equal. In a parallelogram, opposite sides are equal. In a rectangle, rhombus, square. Okay, all are okay. Next, all sides are equal. In a parallelogram, opposite sides are equal. In a rectangle only, also opposite sides are equal. But in rhombus, all sides are equal. Square, all sides are equal. Okay, and then opposite sides are parallel. Okay, in parallelogram, opposite sides are parallel. In rectangle also parallel. In rhombus also parallel. And also square also parallel. Okay, next, opposite angles are equal. Okay, parallelogram, opposite angles are equal. So if it satisfies in parallelogram, it satisfies in all the remaining. Okay, because every rectangle is a parallelogram, every rhombus is a parallelogram, every square is a parallelogram. Okay, next, all angles are equal and right angles. Okay, in parallelogram this is not satisfied. Okay, in rectangle satisfied, in rhombus it is not satisfied, and in square it is applicable. Okay, and diagonals bisect each other. In parallelogram, the diagonals bisect each other. So rectangle also, square, and rhombus. Okay, and diagonals bisect each other at right angles. So in parallelogram, the diagonals does not bisect each other right angles. Okay, in rectangle also not, and in rhombus and square it is applicable. Okay, next, diagonals bisect the vertex angle. Okay, in rectangle and in parallelogram and rectangle it is not satisfied, and in rhombus and square, okay, the diagonals bisect the vertex angles. Okay, diagonals are equal. In parallelogram the diagonals are not equal, and rectangle the diagonals are equal, and in rhombus diagonals not equal, and square diagonals are equal. And diagonals form four triangles of equal area. Okay, so here in rectangle diagonals are forms four triangles of equal area. So this satisfies this one. Okay, all are okay. And then last one, diagonals form four congruent triangles. Four congruent triangles means here in parallelogram it is not satisfied, in rectangle also not satisfied, but in rhombus and square, okay, this property is satisfied. Okay, diagonals form four congruent triangles. Okay, so this is about the properties of quadrilateral and also the types of quadrilateral. Okay, with this we have completed our topic, that is quadrilaterals. So let's do the problems on quadrilaterals. Okay, so first problem, in a parallelogram ABCD, bisectors of consecutive angles A and B intersect at P. Find angle APB. So we need to find this angle. Okay, so let's draw a parallelogram. A, B, C, okay, T. So this is the parallelogram. Bisectors of consecutive angles. Consecutive angles means these two angles. Okay, adjacent angles. Bisectors. Bisectors in the sense angle bisectors. These two are angle bisectors of angle A and angle B. So these two bisectors meet at point P. Okay, so let us say if this total angle is x, then this will be x by 2 and this will be x by 2. If this total angle is y, okay, then this will be y by 2 and it is y by 2. Okay, because these two are angle bisectors. Okay, so here this is a parallelogram. Okay, in a parallelogram the sum of the adjacent angles is 180 degrees. That means x plus y equal to 180 degrees. X plus y equal to 180 degrees. So here this is a triangle. Okay, in a triangle the sum of the angles is 180 degrees. So here x by 2 plus y by 2 value is x by 2 plus y by 2 equal to half of this one. Okay, 90 degrees. 180 by 2 is 90 degrees. So sum of these two angles is 90. Then this must be 90 degrees. Okay, because it is a triangle. Sum of the angles is 180 degrees. If these two sum is 90, then this must be 90 degrees. Okay, so angle APB equal to 90 degrees. Answer 90. Next problem. AB and CD are two parallel lines and a transversal PQ intersects ABCD at M, N respectively. The bisectors of the interior angle form a quadrilateral. Okay, so we need to find the type of quadrilateral. Okay, options rectangle, square, parallelogram, and none of these. Okay, so let's draw a figure. AB, this is AB and this is CD. AB and CD are two parallel lines, and transversal PQ, this is transversal. PQ cuts intersects AB and CD at M and N respectively. Okay, this is M and this is N. Okay, the bisectors of the interior angles form a quadrilateral. Okay, so interior angles. So this is the interior angles, bisectors. Okay, these two are interior angle bisectors. Okay, so let us say this is some O and this is some P. Okay, so MO and P is a quadrilateral. We need to find the type of quadrilateral. Okay, these two are interior angle bisectors. These two are interior angle bisectors. Okay, so here, so this is the angle bisector. Okay, so if this is X, then this will be X. Okay, and if this is Y, then this will be Y. Okay, so these two are parallel lines. AB and CD are parallel lines. Okay, if two parallel lines cut by a transversal, okay, then the sum of the interior angles on the same side of the transversal is 180 degrees. Okay, the sum of the interior angles on the same side of the transversal is 180 degrees. That means X plus Y plus Y. That means 2 into X plus Y equal to 180 degrees. So X plus Y is 90 degrees. X plus Y is 90. So this angle sum is 90 degrees. Okay, so automatically this angle will be 90 degrees. Okay, because it is a triangle. In a triangle, sum of the angles is 180 degrees. So this angle is 90. And similarly, we got, if let us say this is some, if this is Y, this will be Y, because these two are, if this is 2Y, this will be 2Y, because these two are alternate interior angles. This is Y, then this will be Y. And this is 2X, then this will be 2X, X. Okay, so X plus Y equal to 90. So this automatically this angle is 90. Okay, so this is 90, this is 90, and this is 90, and this is, all angles are 90 degrees. So it is a rectangle. It is a rectangle. It is not a square because the sides are not equal. So it is a rectangle. So next problem. ABCD is a square. Okay, A is joined to a point P on BC and D is joined to a point Q on AB. If AP equal to DQ, AP intersects DQ at R, then we need to find angle DRP. So let's draw a figure. ABCD square. ABCD is a square. Okay, so this is a square. A, B, C and D. A is joined to point P on BC. Okay. Let's join, this is P, and D is joined to point Q on AB. Okay, so this point is Q. Okay, if AP equal to DQ, so these two lengths are equal. Okay, AP and DQ, these two lengths are equal. Okay, AP intersect DQ at R. Okay, these two intersect at R. Then we need to find angle DRP. This angle we need to find. Okay, so ABCD is a square. Okay, in a square each angle is 90 degrees. So this is 90 and this is 90. This total angle is 90 degrees. Okay, and he's given, and this side equal to this side. Okay, AD equal to AB. All sides are equal. In a square, all sides are equal. So this side, both are equal. And he is given AP equal to DQ. So according to RHS property, right angle, hypotenuse, side. Right angle, hypotenuse and side. These two triangles are congruent. Triangle ADQ is congruent to triangle BAP. Okay, these two triangles are congruent. So hence here these two triangles are congruent. That means this angle and this angle both are equal. Okay, and this angle in this triangle this angle, and in this triangle this angle, both are equal. Okay, because these two triangles are congruent. So here, if this is x, then this will be x. If this is y, this will be y. Okay, x, this is y, this will be y. Okay, so here in this triangle, this is 90 degrees. Okay, so x plus y must be 90 degrees because total angle is 180 degrees. Already this is 90 degrees. So x plus y must be 90 degrees. So in this triangle, x plus y is 90 degrees. So this angle is 90 degrees. So angle ARQ, angle is 90 degrees. So if this is 90, then this will be 90 degrees because these two are vertically opposite angles. So hence angle DRP equal to 90 degrees. Next problem. The length of a side of a rhombus is 10 meters and one of its diagonal is 12 meters. The length of the other diagonal. Okay, we need to find the length of the other diagonal. Okay, so first of all, we will draw the figure rhombus. So this is the rhombus. Let's say this is A, B, C and D. Let's draw the diagonals. These two are diagonals. Okay, side of rhombus is 10 meters. So this is 10. Okay, and length of one diagonal is 12 meters. So I already told you one property. In a rhombus, the diagonals bisect each other perpendicularly. Okay, so here this length is 12 meters. Okay, this length is 12 meters. So this is 6 and this will be 6. Okay, one diagonal length is 12 meters. So this is 6 and this, because these two are equal. Okay, and here this is a right angle. Okay, all sides are equal. Okay, this is the right angle triangle. Okay, so if this is 10, this is 6, this will be 8. Pythagoras triplet. Okay, 6, 8, 10. Okay, this is a Pythagoras triplet. Okay, so here this length is 8, then this will be 8 because these two sides are equal. These two lengths are equal. So total length is 8 plus 8. Answer 16. Okay. So next problem. ABCD is a parallelogram. BD is a diagonal. Angle BAD equal to 65. Angle DBC equal to 45. Then we need to find angle BDC. Okay. So let's draw a figure. Parallelogram. A, B, C, D. Okay, this is a parallelogram. BD is a diagonal. This is the diagonal. And angle BAD equal to 65. This angle is 65 degrees. And angle DBC equal to 45. DBC, this is 45. And we need to find angle BDC. This angle we need to find. Okay. This angle. So here, this is a parallelogram. Okay. In a parallelogram, opposite angles are equal. If this is 65, this will be 65 degrees. Okay. Opposite angles are equal in a parallelogram. Okay. So here, this is a triangle. In a triangle, sum of the angles is 180 degrees. So 65 plus 7, 45, 110. So remaining angle is 70 degrees. So angle BDC equal to 180 minus 110. Answer 70 degrees. Okay. Total is 110. 180 minus 110 is 70 degrees. So answer 70 degrees. Next problem. ABCD is a parallelogram. Okay. So let's draw the parallelogram. A, B, C and D. This is a parallelogram. Okay. And M is the midpoint of BC. So this is M. M is the midpoint of BC. That means this length both are equal. AB and DM are produced to meet at N. Okay. So let's extend this line AB and DM. This line. So these two meet at a point N. Okay. Then we need to find the relation between AN and AB. Okay. AN and AB. Okay. So first of all, these two lengths are equal. Okay. That means the ratio of these two are 1:1. If this is 1, this will be 1. Okay. So this is a parallelogram. ABCD is a parallelogram. So if this side is 2 parts, then this side will be 2 parts. Okay, because it is a parallelogram. Okay. So here in this triangle and in this triangle, the ratio of sides is 1:2. In small triangle 1 and big triangle 2. Okay, these two triangles are similar triangles because this angle both are equal, and this angle both are equal. Okay, so this triangle and this bigger triangle both are similar triangles. Okay, so here the ratio of sides are 1:2. In small triangle the side is 1 and in bigger triangle side is 2. So in small triangle here in small triangle side is 1 and the bigger triangle side is 2. So this will be one part. Okay, so here AN equal to 2 into AB. AN equal to 2 into AB because this is a midpoint. B is the midpoint. So AN equal to 2 into AB. Okay. So answer AN equal to 2 AB. Next problem. In a rectangle ABCD, P, Q are midpoints of BC and AD respectively. R is any point on PQ, then area of triangle ARB. Okay. So let's draw a rectangle ABCD. This is A, B and C, D. P, Q are midpoints of BC and AD. Okay. This is P and this is Q. These two are midpoints of BC and AD respectively. R is any point on PQ. Let's join this. R is any point on PQ. Okay, I will take R as this point. Then area of triangle ARB. This is triangle ARB. Okay, so we need to find area of triangle ARB. So look at the options. Option half of rectangle ABCD, 1/3 of rectangle ABCD, 1/4 of rectangle ABCD. Okay, so we need to find the relation between area of triangle ARB and area of rectangle ABCD. Okay, so here first of all area of triangle equal to, okay, this is the height, let us say. So height and this both are equal. This height, this height, because this is 90 degrees. Okay, both are equal. These two are parallel. Okay, so here height, area of triangle ARB equal to half into base is AB into height is this one, both are equal. Okay, into AQ. And area of rectangle ABCD is equal to length into breadth. Okay, length is AB and breadth is AD. AD can be written as 2 into AQ because this is a midpoint. So this length both are equal. So AD can be written as 2 into AQ. So if you take the ratio of area of triangle ARB and area of rectangle ABCD is equal to half into AB into AQ divided by AB into 2AQ. Okay, AB cancel, AQ cancel. So that equal to 1/4. Okay, so answer area of triangle ARB equal to 1/4 of area of rectangle ABCD. So answer C. So here you can do this problem by using lengths also. Okay, take any length. Let us say AB is 8 and AD is some 6. So AQ will be 3 and DQ will be 3. Okay, so area of triangle will be ARB equal to 8 into 3, 24/2, 12. Okay, half into base into height. So 4 into 3, 12. And area of rectangle ABCD is equal to base into length into breadth. 8 into 6, 48. So ratio 12/48. Answer 1:4. Okay. So next problem. Diagonals of a parallelogram are 8 meters and 6 meters respectively. Okay. If one side is 5 meters, then area of parallelogram. Okay. Then we need to find the area of parallelogram. So let's draw a parallelogram. This is parallelogram A, B, C and D. Okay. So diagonals of a parallelogram are 8 meters and 6 meters. Okay. So this is, let us say this length is 8 meters and these two are diagonals. This length is 6 meters. Okay. So I already told you one property. In a parallelogram, the diagonals bisect each other. That means this length and this length both are equal. And this length both are equal. Okay. The diagonals bisect each other. Let us say this is O. OA equal to OC and OD equal to OB. So if this total length is 8, then this will be 4 and this will be 4. If this is 3, then this will be 3. Okay. If OD equal to 3, then OB equal to 3. So here this is 4 and this is 3. Okay. And if one side is 5 meters. Okay. This side is 5 meters. Let us say this side is 5 meters. Okay. So here the sides are 3, 4, 5. Okay. 3, 4, 5 is a Pythagoras triplet. So it is a right angle triangle. This is a right angle triangle. And AB is the hypotenuse. So in right angle triangle, this is a right angle triangle. So area of right angle triangle is half into base into height. Half into base into height. So 4 into 3, 12. 12 by 2 is 6. 12 by 2 is 6. So this area is 6 meters square. 6 square meters. This area is 6 square meters. And so here, if this is 90, this will be 90. Okay, because total angle is 180. So if this is 4, this is 3, this will be 5. Okay. Similarly, this area will also be 6. Okay. This area also 6. And similarly, this area also 6. This area also 6. So 6 into 4. Answer 24 meters square. Next problem. Area of quadrilateral ACD is 36 centimeters square. B is the midpoint of AC. Okay. Find the area of triangle AB if AC parallel to DE and BE parallel to DC. Okay. So he is given the figure. In this figure, these two are parallel. Okay. BE is parallel to DC and AC is parallel to DC. Okay. These two are parallel. Okay. So in this figure, it is a quadrilateral. Okay. So and these two are parallel and these two are parallel. Hence it is a parallelogram. BCDE is a parallelogram. Okay. So here area of parallelogram equal to base into height. Okay. Area of parallelogram is BC into height is, let us say height is H. Okay. Height is H. Okay. So area of parallelogram equal to BC into height. Okay. And area of triangle is half into base into height. Half into AB into height. Height is H. AB and BC both are same because B is the midpoint of AC. Okay. So this length both are equal. So AB and BC both are equal. Half into BC into height. That equal to total area of quadrilateral is 36. So this plus this equal to total area of quadrilateral. Okay. Area of triangle ABE and area of parallelogram BCDE. Area equal to 36 square centimeters. Okay. So we need to find area of triangle ABE. Okay. Area of triangle ABE. So this can be written as half plus 1. 3 by 2 into BC into 3 by 2 into BC into height equal to 36. Okay. So 3 ones, 3 12s. So half into BC into height. This is the area of triangle ABE. Half into base into height. So area is 12 centimeter. Area of triangle ABE equal to 12 square centimeters. So answer 12. So next problem. A square and a rhombus have the same base and the rhombus is inclined at 30 degrees. What is the ratio of area of square to area of rhombus? Okay. So let's draw the figure. Let's take a square. Okay. So this is a square. A, B, C and D. Okay. Here square and rhombus have the same base. So I will take AB as the base. Okay. I will draw a rhombus. So this is E and F. Okay. ABF is a rhombus. Square and rhombus have same base. Okay. So and rhombus is inclined at 30 degrees. Okay, this is 30 degrees. Okay, what is the ratio of area of square to area of rhombus? So let's take side of the square is A. Side of the square is, this length is A. So in square and rhombus, all sides are equal. So that means this is A, this is A, and this is A. Okay, all sides are equal. This is A and this is A, this is A. Okay, all sides are equal. Okay, so here area of square is A square. We need to find area of square by area of rhombus, A square. Okay, area of square is A square, and area of rhombus is this one. Okay, so every rhombus is a parallelogram. I told you every rhombus is a parallelogram. Area of rhombus is nothing but area of parallelogram. Okay, so area of parallelogram is product of two sides into sine of the angle between them. Okay, product of two sides into sine of the angle between them. So A into sine of the angle, sine 30 value 1 by 2. Okay, product of two sides into sine of angle between them, area of parallelogram. So A square cancel. So answer 2:1. 2:1. So next problem, ABCD is a parallelogram. Okay, and AB equal to 14, BC equal to 18, AC equal to 16. Find the length of other diagonal. Okay, so let's drop a parallelogram. This is A, B, C, D. This is a parallelogram. Okay, AB equal to 14. This is 14, and BC equal to 18. This is 18. Okay, in a parallelogram, opposite sides are equal. So this will be 14, and this will be 18. And he is given one diagonal AC. AC length is 16. So this is 16. Okay, this total is 16. I will draw. We need to find other diagonal, that is BD. I will draw BD. Okay, so in a parallelogram, the diagonals bisect each other. That means this length both are equal. Okay, so AC total value is 16. So this length will be 8 and this length will be 8. Okay, so in this triangle, if you observe ABD, triangle ABD, okay, we have these two sides and this is the median. Okay, because this is the midpoint. Okay, this is the midpoint. So this is the median. Okay, so according to Apollin's theorem, okay, 14 square plus 18 square equal to 14 square plus 18 square equal to 2 into let us say this is O, 8 square plus OD square or OB square. Okay, 2 into OD square or OB, because these two are equal. So this is the median. Okay, in a parallelogram the diagonals bisect each other. So this is the median. So according to Apollin's theorem, 14 square plus 18 square equal to 2 into 8 square plus OD square or OB square. Okay, so from this 14 square value 196 and 18 square value 324. Okay, that equal to 2 into 64 plus OD square. Okay, so 324 plus 196, 520 by 2. Okay, equal to 64 plus OD square. So 520 by 2 is 260. 260 minus 64, 196. That equal to OD square. So OD value is 14. OD value is 14. So this value is 14. If this is 14, then this will be 14 because diagonals bisect each other. Okay, so total length of the other diagonal BD equal to 14 plus 14. Answer 28. 28. Next problem. If ABCD is a square, F is the midpoint of AB, E is a point on BC such that BE equal to BC by 3. If area of triangle FBE is equal to 108 square centimeters, then find the length of AC. So we need to find the length of AC. So first of all, let's draw the figure square. So this is a square, A, B, C and D. Okay, F is the midpoint of AB. Okay, this is the midpoint. That means this length and this length both are equal. And E is a point on BC. let's take E is a point on BC, such that BE equal to BC by 3. Okay, BE equal to BC by 3. So I will consider one value, okay, any value, okay, which is a multiple of 3, okay, so that our calculation will be easy, okay. So I will consider this total length as some 6. So length of square is 6, okay, so length of side of square is 6 centimeters, okay. Then BE equal to BC by 3, total is 6, so BE will be 6 by 3, so this will be 2 and this will be 4, okay. So this is totally 6, this is the midpoint, so this will be 3 and this will be 3, this is 3 centimeters and this is 3 centimeters. So here if I join these two, then this is a right angle triangle, because it is 90 degrees. In a square, each angle is 90 degrees. So if area of triangle FBE, area of triangle, okay, area of triangle equal to half into base into height, okay, half into 3 into 2. So 3 parts square equal to 108. This is 3 parts and this is 2 parts, okay. This is 4 parts, this is 3 parts, totally 6 parts, okay. So 3 parts square equal to 108. So 1 part equal to 108 by 3. 108 by 3 is 36. So square root of 36 is 6, okay. 108 by 3 is 36. So square root of 36 is 6. So 1 part value 36. So this is 3 parts. This will be 18 and this will be 12, okay. Now we need to find the length of AC. So length of AC we need to find. This is AC. So AC length, AC means diagonal of a square. So if side of square is 6 parts, then diagonal will be 6 root 2 parts, okay. If length of side of square is A, then diagonal will be A root 2. So if length is 6 parts, then diagonal will be 6 root 2 parts. So 1 part is 6. So 6 root 2 parts will be 6 into 6 root 2, that is 36 root 2. So answer 36 root 2. So next problem, ABCD is a trapezium such that AB is parallel to CD and AB equal to 2CD. Its diagonals intersect at O. Then area of triangle AOB by area of triangle COD. We need to find the ratio of triangle AOB by triangle COD. Okay. So first of all, we will draw the figure, a trapezium. ABCD is a trapezium. What is a trapezium? If one set of parallel sides are equal and other set are non-parallel, then it is called a trapezium. Okay. Here these two are parallel sides. These two are non-parallel sides. Non-parallel sides are also called oblique sides. Okay. Oblique sides. Non-parallel sides. Okay. Oblique sides are also called as non-parallel sides. Okay. So these two are non-parallel sides. That means oblique sides. Okay. And AB equal to 2CD. Okay. So for example, this is one part, then this will be two parts. Okay. If this is one part, then this will be two parts. AB equal to 2CD. Its diagonals intersect at O. Let's draw the diagonals. So these are the diagonals, and these diagonals intersect at O. Okay. This is the point O. Then, okay. So here, these are the diagonals. Okay. So these two are parallel lines. AB and CD are parallel lines. So then this AC is the transversal. So this angle and this angle both are equal because these two are alternate interior angles, and this angle and this angle both are equal because these two are alternate interior angle. This is the transversal. Okay. These two are alternate interior angles, and this angle both are equal because these two are vertically opposite angles. So according to angle property, these two triangles are similar triangles. These two triangles are similar triangles. So in similar triangles, if the ratio of sides of, we need to find area of triangle AOB by area of triangle COD. Okay. So in similar triangles, these two triangles are similar triangles. So in similar triangles, if the sides ratio is in 2:1 ratio, then areas ratio will be 4/1, 2/1 whole square, that is 4/1. So answer 4:1. So next problem, ABCD is a trapezium such that AB equal to CD and AD parallel to BC. BC equal to 5, AD equal to 9. If area of trapezium ABCD is 35 square centimeters, we need to find the length of CD. Okay. So Let's draw trapezium ABCD. This is A, B, C and D. Here AD is parallel to BC. These two are parallel. Okay, and BC equal to 5. This is 5 and AD equal to 9. This is 9. And he is given AB equal to CD. These two sides are equal. Okay. These two are parallel sides. These two are non-parallel sides. He is given the non-parallel sides are equal. Okay. And he is given the area of trapezium ABCD. ABCD trapezium area is 35 square centimeters. So, area of trapezium equal to, let us say this is the height. Okay. This is height h. Then this will be height. This is 90 degrees. Okay. So this total is 9. Okay. This total is 9. Okay. So here this length and this length both are heights. Okay. Both lengths are equal. So from RHS property, right angle hypotenuse side property, these two triangles are congruent. Okay. Right angle hypotenuse side, right angle hypotenuse side. Okay, these two triangles are congruent. So hence this length and this length both are equal. So this total length is 9 and these two lengths are equal. Okay, so this length will be 5. This, let us say this is some m and n. Okay, so m and length will be 5 and total is 9. So this will be 2 and this will be 2. Okay, so area of trapezium equal to half into height into sum of the parallel sides. Sum of the parallel sides means AD plus BC. This is the area of trapezium. Area of trapezium equal to half into height into sum of the parallel sides. So from this half into height h we don't know. Okay, AD plus BC. AD is 9, BC is 5. So 9 plus 5, 14. Equal to, his given area is 35 square centimeters. Okay, so 2 ones, 2 sevens, 7 ones, 7 5. So h value is 5 centimeters. H is 5. So this is 5. Okay, so this is 5 and this is 2. So we need to find the length of CD. So this length we need to find. This length both are equal. So we need to find the length of AB or CD. So if this is 5, this is 2. This is a right angle triangle. Okay. So in a right angle triangle, hypotenuse square equal to sum of the squares of other two sides. So square root of 5 square 25 plus 2 square 4. So answer square root of 29. So this is root 29, then this will be root 29. So answer root 29. So next problem. ABCD is a rhombus whose side is 4 centimeters. Angle ABC equal to 120 degrees. Then we need to find the length of BD. Okay. So let's draw the figure. A rhombus. ABCD is a rhombus. Okay. A, B, C and D. This is a rhombus. Okay. So angle ABC equal to 120 degrees. This is 120. This angle is 120 degrees. And we need to find length of BD. This diagonal length we need to find. Okay. So here, let us join this. Okay. And I will join these two. So basically every rhombus is a parallelogram. Okay. So if this is 120, then this will be 120. Okay. Because in a parallelogram opposite angles are equal. Every rhombus is a parallelogram. Okay. So in a rhombus also opposite angles are equal. And in a rhombus the diagonals bisect the vertex angle. That means this total is 120. Then this will be 60 degrees. This will be 60 degrees. Similarly, this is 60 and this is 60. Okay. So if you observe this triangle ABD, triangle ABD, this is 60, this is 60, then this will be automatically equal to 60 degrees. Okay. Because total angle is 180 degrees. So this triangle is an equilateral triangle. Okay. In a triangle, all angles are equal and each angle is 60 degrees. So triangle ABD is an equilateral triangle. and he's given the side of rhombus. Side of rhombus is 4. So this is 4 and this is 4, because in a rhombus all sides are equal. Okay, so this is 4, this is 4, and this is an equilateral triangle. Okay, so then this value will be 4. So length of BD is 4, because in an equilateral triangle all angles are equal and all sides are equal. If this is 4, this is 4, then this will be 4. So answer 4. So next problem in figure, okay, we need to find angle AEB. AEB, this angle we need to find. AEB. Okay, he is given ABCD is a square. This is a square and triangle BEC is an equilateral triangle. Okay, so let us say that side of the square is A. Okay, then this will be A. Okay, so this will be A and this will be A. All sides are equal. So, and he is given triangle BEC is an equilateral triangle. So this side, this side, this side, all are equal. So this will be A and this will be A. Okay, so these two sides are equal, and we need to find angle AEB. So here in a square, this angle is 90 degrees. Okay, in a square, each angle is 90 degrees, and in equilateral triangle, each angle is 60 degrees. So this is 60 degrees. So total 150 degrees. Total 150 degrees. So if you observe triangle ABE, okay, in triangle ABE, this side, both are equal. These two sides are equal. Hence, it is an isosceles triangle. Triangle AB is an isosceles triangle. In isosceles triangle, if two sides are equal, then the corresponding opposite angles are equal. Okay. So hence, if total is 150, then remaining is 30 degrees. 180 minus 150, 30 degrees. Okay. So sum of these two is 30 degrees, but both angles are equal. So each angle is 15 degrees. So this is 15 and this will be 15. So answer 15 degrees. Angle AEB is 15 degrees. So last problem. Here he is given a figure ABCD is a square and AEB is an equilateral triangle. Okay. We need to find angle AOB. This angle we need to find. Okay. So this is a square. Okay. Then this will be the diagonal. BD is the diagonal. So in a square, the diagonal divides the vertex angle. The diagonal bisects the vertex angle. So total angle is 90 degrees. So this will be 45. Okay. This will be 45 degrees. And here again AEB is an equilateral triangle. AEB is an equilateral triangle. So each angle is 60 degrees. So this angle is 60 degrees. Okay. So here in this triangle, sum of two angles is 105. Okay, in triangle AOB, sum of these two angles is 105. So remaining angle will be 180 minus 105. Answer 75 degrees. So this angle is 75 degrees. So with this, we have completed the quadrilaterals topic. So that's all for today's session. In the next session, we will discuss the next topic, that is polygons. Okay, so if you like this video, please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.